Well, hello guys, and welcome back. This isn't actually going to be Lokean Gaming. Someone asked me if I would do a temple tour, and we're more than happy to do it. Thor actually has 2 temples. I have you in the one I was talking about in the video earlier today. This is a 1-room temple. This is the standard room in Oculus Rift, so let's begin. We have a seating area over here with plenty of seating for the gods. We have drinks on tap, and we have artwork, and we have a bookshelf. We have, if we come up here, we have a workbench area. We don't get much by the way of tools, but we do what we can. And if we're out here, you can see we have the shelves we installed, and since acorns and oaks are related to each other, that was a nice touch. We always want to be able to toast guests. And the lighting, this is all native to the Oculus. We had to use native to Oculus stuff, but it is a nice touch. It's rather limited. We didn't have anything that's, you know, exactly truly Nordic, but he liked this. And we made this storage cabinet. We had to make it out of, this is just some kind of random, kind of side table thing to store stuff on. We flipped it over, and we used planters, and we made the shelving. So we have items in here for him. We have the table, which I'm playing seated, so it looks even bigger, but we have the table with, you know, food on it. This is a standard fireplace, and we did the best we could to make Mjolnir. You're just working with blocks. These will not just go, I don't know how Minecraft blocks work, but you can't just put these together any way you think you could. It's very Mule-ish. It doesn't want to work. We have doorways to the meat hall, farm and field, which is his other temple, which we're going to, and Odin's hall. And you see, if you look into a doorway, you can actually see where you're going, which is a really cool detail. We have the cart. We unfortunately do not have anything even remotely goat-like left, so we don't have any goats in this one. But then we have the view of the beautiful mountains. And this is pretty. This is pretty. This gives him a outdoors, the most Nordic feel with the bone chandelier and all the other accents. And he's right on the mountain, so that's nice. So we're going to go to farm and field. Excuse me, getting a little catch in my throat. Sometimes these take a second to load. Okay, I wasn't sure if we were coming in. Okay, so welcome to Thor's main temple. You can already see this room alone is significantly bigger than what we were just in. Trying to give you as much sense as possible of what it's like to have a room in VR. So we have the artwork. He picked out the artwork. Some of these plants are absurdly big, but he likes it. You can see how much real estate there is out there. It takes quite a while. You people that have seen me traverse these maps are huge. It takes quite a while to traverse them. As of this generation of VR, there's like 2 or 3 out since then, so I'm a bit behind. There, you might be able to put more items in. I'm not sure, but this is a limit of 500. We have this. We kind of made this, wanted to make it a greeting room like in a hotel. So we have portals to the grand reading room, to the healer's office, and to Thor's hall. Obviously, this was kind of a blended temple at one time. I think you could tell, but he really liked the idea of having kind of a hotel desk kind of greeting area, so we left it in. And this is where we land when we come in. I don't know if I've ever explained warp doors, but that's how they work. You warp to where the landing area is. We've got a working quote-unquote kitchen sink. We've got double stove. We've got TV in here. Plenty of room and a huge double-wide fridge. Big enough for Odin or Thor. This is Thor's temple, but I don't know. Odin popped into my head. He tends to do that. We have, this was again one of the later temples, so we were coming down to just about, like, what did we have left? This was the first of the space sofas we got, so Thor was all on that with me. He does like technology. Mileage will vary, but he likes that. And it's got kind of a flavor of all the other Norse gods as well, because we do want them to be comfortable as they visit temples, each other's temples. This is Thor's library. I find he loves knowledge as much as the old man, just, you know, in a more quiet, laid-back way. He has, you know, the plants in here. He has a computer. He has a companion in here. You can see her over there flying around and eating her fruits. So he has a companion. He has plants in here. Remember, he is a fertility deity. So if you're wondering why the heck are there so many plants in Thor's Hall, he's a fertility deity. Something his father and I argue about, and his father wishes there was no plant life anywhere ever in any of these temples. Okay, so a second desk, because the old man kind of trots in right behind me on all these temples. And we have found it convenient to give the old man space wherever we are. Herbcraft. I haven't heard it given to Our Lady Sif or to Thor, but you know, it would be part of being on a farm and running the household in the Nordic days. You'd have to be able to make your own medicine. So stuff like this, and also, you know, you're seeing some overlap from the other gods. Like, obviously the old man is going to make sure every temple looks just so. A drinking area, so the gods can entertain each other and that they can drink and watch TV. And people have asked me how fast these go together. It depends. It can take anywhere from, let's see, I played Ted the Caver, and that's about 2 hours, right? So it can take, if I know I'm doing and it's not a lot of work like this, it can go together in 2 hours, or it can take 4 to 8 to more hours. It depends on what kind of design I'm doing. We're going to go out to these halls, but there's a drinking hole out there. You can see the crops. This is a guard farming. The Hydroelectric Dam. I'm still not sure about that one, but he loves it. More crops, a bit of forest, a bit of farm. And you can see something up there. So this took a lot of work, and before we pass over it, the seating area to greet people, and they can just hang out here, and they can look over here at the little impromptu library. This was really fun. Thor's one of the most fun gods to work with, to build with. Okay, so if we look up, and I know you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing, but the constellations are here. I do believe that's one of the dippers, maybe? I'm not sure, but whatever it is, he thinks it's cool, and he loves to have the stars since he is a god that rides across the skies. Good storage space, and Thor-sized drinking keg. I thought we needed them. So we put them in. It's his favorite thing here, other than the ceiling. And we don't forget the old man. Like I said, his father's always trotting right on my heels, especially with Thor. He's sure Thor needs to have room for daddy, so this is for the old father. And it's good. It keeps good rift between them. It keeps them from fighting. Odin does not feel left out and decide he has to, you know, be even more forthright about wanting in. So he enjoys this, and it gives the guys a place to go play cards. And of course, a TV room, because multiple TV rooms are essential, because I don't know how many gods are going to be here at once. The bedroom, I cleared this with Thor and Sif. We started it as a joke, and we kept it because it was driving Odin bonkers. He was going insane. He's like, you can't have that many plants in any temple. I'm like, yeah, but he's a god of fertility. This is literally what he does. Hydroelectric nuts. So welcome to the bed that exists because it drives the old man bonkers. I don't know what they do with these temples, if anything, but Thor was laughing, thought it was hilarious. And of course, we have even more fertile lands there because if we're going to drive the old man nuts, let's go all the way. I've told him if he ever wants to get me to come back and take out any of this foliage, I'm more than happy to. We have to build a lot of stuff since we can't bring in models anymore, so a fireplace. And we've got the great art here that can just hang out and drink some horns by the fireplace. I don't know if you guys are getting how big these are. But since I'm seated, thinking me wheeling a chair across, and maybe it gives you a scope of how huge these rooms are. I mean, they're really massive. And a proper workshop. I see him with technology. Some people don't. Some people fight you to the grave on that, but I see him with technology. So he's got the work boards. He's got all the good parts. TV, computer to look stuff up. They didn't give us keyboards. In case you're wondering, they have never given us a keyboard or a mouse. I'm not sure why. I have no idea. It's a mysterious, I guess it's a touch computer. I don't know. I don't know either. Okay, so he has doorways here as well to Loki's Space Avenger and to the Cove. So that's for Njord and Loki, respectively. So we put a couple greeting areas in here. He wasn't too fussed about making every room just for Thor. And we have more of a work area to work with plants and everything else. This used to be a sheer temple, but when we went down to Thor, he's like, there's enough fertility gods and goddesses, you know, Freyr and Freya want to come over. This will be good. So the Norse gods have an awful lot of plants. This drove Odin out of his mind. Thor loves this and thinks this is the best thing ever. I wish I could give you guys a sense of scale. But okay, I'm seated. Let's say I'm about 4 feet tall when I'm seated. Is this giving you a sense of scale yet? And how did I build this? I have no idea because sometimes just magic happens and stuff goes where it's not supposed to. But I love going to the Phipps. It's a conservatory. I love being in all those plants. And this is the one god that was like, yeah, go nuts with plants. I'm a fertility deity. Please do this thing. So now you'll see why there's a big blue cube down below because we don't have much to work with. We put in a waterfall. And even more plants. Because Thor. And I had heard the ferns given to either him or Freyr. You know, I don't know if that was UPG or what it was, but I love ferns. I love huge ferns. And he was more than happy. I mean, these are beasts. And it's a garden fit for a god because he has these massive, impressive beasts that can defy gravity. And look how far up they go, guys. This is the ultimate fantasy rooftop garden. It is awesome. And Thor was really super happy. And Odin not so much. And you see we have details like fans, and we have shelving in here for him. And this is just the inside. We're going outside. We're going outside, my friends. I got, yeah. Loki usually comes along to ride shotgun on these. Okay, so you can see the bottom of those, remember the huge things up there, the garden we were just in? You see the bottom of those? And you can see a target here. Because there is archery over here. We'll eventually loop around to everything. So we have archery here because, you know, if he's going to feast the other gods, you don't know who's going to come. They might like to do some archery. And this is one more drinking hall. He had a couple smaller ones inside, but I wish you guys could get this sense of scale. I mean, this is like going through a gigantic covered bridge. And these are, it feels like the size of these kind of tables in real life. So, and everything here is just massive, but it's Thor-sized. It's huge. I wish you could I really wish I could bring you guys in. But one of the problems with having these temples public would be we only get 12. And then you can't keep people out. I can't, like, have Thor say, please come in and work. As far as I know, you can't kick people out just so you can go in and work on the temple. I don't think it immediately shunts people out. And this is part of the cross. And then getting back there, show the best part. Okay, Thor loves this. This is the Hydroelectric Dam. We did a lot of engineering here. And okay, let's try from here. Going down the waterfall. This is the best part. Woo! You just drop. You go down. Oh, he loves it. And then you can go sailing down the river if you want. And the river goes the whole way to the edge of the mount. Ooh, so you can go in the water. So he was pretty insistent that we have at least one water feature. And the guys seem to really get a kick out of these. I think they like the time. Sacrifice to the gods doesn't always have to be physical, guys. So it can be like the time, the amount of hours it took to work on this. It can be bringing you guys in to give you a tour, to share it with you. It can be all sorts of things. Again, this is, you know, kind of a fantasy thing, but a nice wild area here. We can only, as I've said before, we can only have 500 items, so we really have to sometimes imagineer stuff like this, but nice wild place for them to sit. Because I know it doesn't look like much spread over a gigantic map, I get that, but you only get 500 items, you have to be creative. And I like some of the views you get here, like you can see, if you're way out here, you can see the rooftop garden, and that just, it looks amazing. It looks, you know, it looks like something a fertility god would like. And we're on the farm now. So we've got a piggy, so Freyr comes by. And we've got a little piggy. And we've got the chicken. They gave him to us one year, I don't know why, for Chinese New Year. So we got the animals of the Chinese zodiac. Got the best we could do on a barn, but Thor's happy with it. We've got the swan. And another chicken. And the 2 goats are here. And we're behind the barn now. This is just really cool. And we've got storage barns. So a lot of this, in case you're wondering what it is, if you have a Oculus Rift and you're like, where are you getting this stuff? This is just a lot of the furniture supersized. And so we have a storage barn. And I spent my fair share of time on farms. And I would think this would be pretty cool because we could always adjust stuff for the ventilation. So the place doesn't, you know, combust or something, but looks pretty cool to me. Good airflow all the way through at least. And, you know, this is one of the more compact designs because there's no like huge stuff hidden over there. But you can see how all the framing for the giant rooftop garden is built. And maybe that gives you a sense of scale because this place is pretty massive. So we'll end up on the front of the farm. This used to be a really different farm. I actually should have brought you in here maybe a couple months ago. We used to have a tractor. We used to have a cart for Thor, but to add in some of the other stuff had to go. We had a pretty cool cow we had made out of blocks. and the cow was cool for a while, and then we decided we didn't want it. We had made a cow. Yeah, we had made a cow. So we hope you guys have liked that one. We're more than happy to bring you in on these tours. This is just, you know, this is kind of stuff that, you know, a lot of people said Minecraft because they don't have VR, and, you know, you could do that. You can just, you know, imagineer stuff. Sit down and imagine what you would like to build for the gods. Or, you know, draw it or paint it or just talk to them about something you'd like to give them. The gods know that if I could, this would be filled with crops and everything. I wish we could still import models, because I could go out and get, like, say a field of corn, and this would just be all fields all around here, and then like wheat and stuff. And you know, I wish I could do that, but we don't have the freedom to do that anymore. But we hope you guys have enjoyed this one. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.